Coming up next on Parent Connection, a conversation about a mentoring program for one child. Thank you for joining us on Parent Connection. Today our guests are Kathy Mogelinski and Tom Hooe. They both have started a mentoring program called For One Child. So we've heard really wonderful things about this mentoring program. So tell me a little bit about how it came about.
Yeah, it was the fall of 2015, and we have been engaged in the Clay Street community, the Old Fourth Ward of Annapolis, for about 10 years. And one of the single moms in that neighborhood had begun to notice the number of children waiting on school buses that were kind of unsupervised, and had this desire to see kids connected with adults and people that would walk alongside them. So she had an idea to go and meet with the principal and the guidance counselor of Annapolis Elementary School to set up a meeting to begin that conversation. And Kathy went along with her to that, and it was kind of the genesis, the beginning of this program. And we started in January of 2016. So it's been running for about 1.5 years now.
So when you started the program, what were the problems or issues that you were really hoping to address?
Yeah, one of the greatest needs that we see in that community is just children really having someone for encouragement, support, kind of speaking into their lives, giving general guidance, about life skills, and we also see a number of single moms or single-led households in the community, and fatherlessness is absolutely one of the biggest issues that we're seeing, and it is really crosses all cultures, economic boundaries, and so forth. And so we really felt that having additional adult contact in these children's lives from an early age would be vital.
And also, I think one of the goals of the program is a consistent mentor, not somebody who comes in for just a couple of months or a week, somebody that consistently show up in the lives of these kids, because that's something they really lack. They're in and out of households, moving around constantly, people in and out of their lives. So having a consistent mentor in their life is really important.
And I think that's something that lots of people don't understand, the difference between like just going in and working with students or what a mentor is.
Yeah.
And really that is what the difference is. Mentoring means an ongoing relationship.
Yes.
You are in that child's life ongoing. You're going to be there for them. They're going to get to know you. That relationship is going to be built.
Yeah,
and I think that sometimes we hear the word mentor thrown around a lot, and we want to make sure that our guests know that this program is something where they're establishing a relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, it's clearly about relationship, not just going in and helping them with homework or something like that. It's really about being a person in their life consistently. We have commitments. But
so what is the vision for One Child? What is
our vision, and it's a large one, is that every child in Anne Arundel County Public School System from grades 2 through all the way up through high school would be connected with a mentor on an ongoing basis. And so that is our vision, to see them mature into adulthood, to follow these children straight on up through high school, and really being a significant part of their lives as they face challenges in becoming adults.
Well, I know our Blue Ribbon Commission on Equity, one of the things that they recommended to our superintendent and our Board of Education was that in our county we have a lack of mentors and mentoring programs, and that they saw it as something that was really needed and something that they felt would be one of the big significant things that would change a child's life, that would really have a big impact, and that would affect their student achievement. You know, for us, we want our students to be socially, emotionally, and academically ready.
Yes.
So we need to do whatever is necessary to get them to that point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think, like you said, it's a lofty goal trying to get everyone, but I think that's a wonderful goal to have.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's so vital for these children. I can just remember as a child myself growing up, and how significant it is to have someone in your life that just says you matter to me, and that is really what we're striving for, is people that are just consistently showing up, and you know, that's one of our main goals that we stress with any mentor coming in, is just presence.
Exactly. Now, where do you have the programs running right now?
Yeah.
We have them, we started in Annapolis Elementary, so we're there. And about halfway through the year, last year, we added Georgetown East and Hillsmere. And then we're hoping to move into, we've made connections and hoping to move into Monarch School and Rolling Knolls. And then we're also working kind of on a very standardized document, because it's a very simple program, and we want anybody to be able to do it anywhere in the county, but we don't have the resources to do it everywhere. So we're trying to put together kind of a handbook that anybody can start this program at any school.
Well, I think that's significant to have that handbook, because sometimes people want to do it, they just don't know what to do.
Right.
Sometimes schools want it, but they don't know what to tell the mentors they should be doing when they come in.
Right.
We might have caring adults come in, but if they don't know exactly what, sometimes it's that nervousness, they don't know exactly what to do, or maybe start, or what do you start? What do you do that first day? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. One of the things that we feel that helps this program to stand out is the ease at which it places on the mentee and the mentor for getting connected. What I think we really enjoy about this program, and why we found it to be so successful, is because of the ease at which mentors can get connected with their child, because it's done on a kind of an equal playing field. It's done in a safe environment. They don't have to take that big leap into meeting with the child in the community. It's done at the school, and it's a very controlled, safe environment for both the mentor and the mentee. And it's kind of their, the child feels safe there, and so it just eases that building that relationship.
Right, that first step at least.
That first step.
Now, where are you currently getting your mentors?
We have lots of sources, actually. We have our own church. We have Rockwell Collins, where I work. We have a lot of mentors from there. We have other churches and partnerships. And then when we put it in the Anne Arundel County volunteer portal, we got lots of responses, so we're connecting people that way. So when we bring them in, if it's okay, I can go ahead and tell a little bit about the steps of when
Yes, because I was going to say, how would a mentor get connected with you if they're listening to this, or if they know someone who might be interested?
Yes.
So we have the contact information, and they would contact me. And what we do is I have a kind of a one-pager that I send out to everybody that kind of gives, like Tom had described, the mission and the vision and the commitment. And then we have monthly meetings on the first Wednesday of every month at our church house. And it's kind of an information session, orientation, and we lay it all out, what's required, what it looks like, so that they're in line with our vision. It's not just going in and doing homework. It's a relationship, and we let them think about it, or some of them are like gung-ho, let's do it tonight, let's sign up. And they have time to get on board with the program, and then if they're interested, then we have them do the background check that's required. And then I work with the counselors at the various elementary schools, and they have a kind of a growing list of the kids that they think are the neediest for mentors. And so we match up girls with female mentors and boys with men mentors. And the schools send home, they have to get permission from the parents of the children that it's okay that they have a mentor and what this mentor is going to be doing, the relationship that's going to be built. And then we have all kinds of stuff going on during the year, but I can get into that if you want. But
sure.
Yeah. One of the things that we're striving to do is make sure all of the mentors are on the same page with what we are and what we are not, and so we do quarterly kind of meetings for all mentors where we're doing ongoing training, kind of hearing what's working, what's not working, what might need to be changed, which has been very helpful. I think it helps for mentors to hear from other mentors what they're doing with the children. We're recommending that the mentors start out by simply meeting at the school for at least 6 months, just to build that relationship before they even begin to consider moving out into the community and meeting with them individually. We also provide around every quarter different opportunities for mentors and mentees to come together as a group. So we've done Bowie Bay Sox game outings, and we did an all-day Saturday team building camp where the mentors and the mentees can all come together. And so we're hoping to have that be something that's just an ongoing thing.
Bowling parties and pizza parties and stuff like that.
Well, I like the idea too of the ongoing training with the mentors, because they're not just left in the schoolhouse, and if they have questions or if something's not working, they're going to have that opportunity to come back and talk to other mentors and see what's worked for them and what didn't work, and get some other ideas, because every child is different, and some children are going to take to it right away and others might not. So they might need that other support, and I like that there is ongoing training for that.
Yeah, and we want them to understand it's not going to be necessarily easy. This kid's not going to like bond with you right away. It might take a year. It might, because you don't know their background, you don't know their family situation, and they might trust could be an issue, and building that relationship takes time. So we want them to be prepared for the good and the bad of being a mentor.
You touched on this a little bit, Kathy, but what are the requirements to be a mentor?
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll just speak to that a little bit because it's very simple, and it's 4 things. And we try to keep it very simple purposefully. And so the 4 things are that you would have one child, and you would meet with them for 1 hour a week, and it's for a minimum of 1 year, and there's one purpose. And that purpose is to just show up in that child's life. And showing up can look many ways. So one of the ways is that you go every week. The mentor can pick which day of the week. There's flexibility there around the lunchtime or recess hour to start. And you're meeting with your child during their lunch and just beginning to build that relationship with them. And then there's also other ways of showing up in a child's life. If a mentor is not going to be there for a week, that's okay, but you can show up by sending a card to the child, saying something, giving them words of encouragement, saying, hey, way to go, you did well on that English test I heard. Congratulations, keep up the good work. So we talk about the many ways that you can be present and show up in the child's life, and so that's worked very well for folks. And we do require for a minimum of 1 year, and one of the things that we highly stress with any incoming mentor is that they seriously consider that commitment. We don't want someone starting thinking that they're going to be able to do it and then have to stop after a month or 2. Now we understand that certain situations just are unavoidable, but we really encourage, because the last thing we want these children to have happen is to someone to show up for a short period of time and then suddenly disappear again.
Right. Another adult that isn't there
right.
for them.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
I totally agree
Yeah.
with that.
And so far, it's worked very well. There have been some that have said, now's not the time, but I'll be interested in the future once I get these other things in order. And that's great. That's exactly what it's designed to do.
And yeah, any age. I mean, granted, they need to be an adult.
Right.
But we have grandmothers to just empty nesters, and it's a good time in their life that they have an extra hour a week to put into the life of another child.
And it sounds like you have expanded. Like you started
with
for
6.
males and really mentoring males, and now it's gone. You see the need that we do
Yes.
have the need for both male and female students.
Female. And it's been about 50-50 so far in the schools. I think we're up to 20 mentors in Annapolis Elementary School currently. We're a handful in Hillsmere and Georgetown East, and this is in just a matter of a year's time
Right.
that it has grown, and so it's growing rapidly, and so we're looking for others to come and partner with us to be able to sit down and speak with us about how easy and simplified this model is and how well it's working.
Right. It sounds like it's growing rapidly, but it's growing smart.
Yeah.
So, you have all of the things, the components in place that are necessary to make the program work.
Yeah.
Now, how are the students identified?
We work with the guidance counselors at the schools, and they're great. They know these kids, they know their families, their situations, and they know the ones that they feel would benefit the most from a mentor. So when I get, say, a female mentor or a male mentor, I will tell the guidance counselor at the school, I have someone, it's a male or female, and she'll say, okay, this is who I'd like to match them up with. I'm going to send home a permission slip. As long as the parent agrees, then we'll match them up, and then I go in with that new mentor to the school, and we meet with the guidance counselor, and they have to do an orientation with the school that they're going to, and then we introduce them to the child, and they start showing up. It's very simple at lunch or recess.
One of the things that we're also working on and would be included in the handbook is a questionnaire for the mentors, what their interests are, what their hobbies are, what their activities are, and so that it'll inform the guidance counselors of the school, hey, this is kind of a brief little inventory of the interests of this mentor. Is there a child there that you think that would match really well with this person?
Just giving them some more qualifications to match them.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
As we meet with the different guidance counselors as we're growing in these schools, we're getting some great ideas from them. Because each school is a little different on how they want to handle it and so forth. But we get some great ideas, like the questionnaire was something that I think the guidance counselor at Hillsmere wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that's a great idea. So we're learning as we go and growing and making it better and more effective just by working with the schools too.
Well, what does the future look like for One Child? What do you see in the future for this program?
Yeah, I see it as just continuing to grow, and what we see happening, and it's already happening, is that it's changing the culture of the schools. And I say that because of the feedback that we've gotten from several of the schools. When you have, for instance, at Annapolis Elementary, 20 adults showing up for an hour each week during a free kind of time for these children, when they normally, it's getting later in the day, there may be more behavioral issues, and you have these adults coming in, it's really helping to change the whole culture. The teachers are absolutely loving it, and that's part of this thinking in this program also, is it's for the students and it's for the child, but it's also for the educators and the teachers in the school system, and coming alongside them and really helping them, because we're part of a Leylon community church, and that word Leylon means one another, and so we're all about one another, and it takes all of us together to be present in the life of these children and the life of the community.
So if we can get the handbook developed, we could go to, you know, a big organization or a church and say Glen Burnie or something that's not really close to us, and sit down and say, here, let us help you get this program started in your local elementary schools. And if we could get it all over Anne Arundel County, that would be awesome.
Well, that was going to be my next question. How could someone maybe not in Annapolis, how can it spread past Annapolis? And I think, like you said, that's really needed in the county. So we have a model that people can see.
Absolutely.
And they can come and visit, see how it's going. You talked about how the teachers respond at the schools that they have it. One of the things that we know as a school system is when we have a mentoring program going on and we have other adults coming into the school, the day that the mentor is going to show up, our students of those, the mentees, they're not absent. The absentee rate goes down that day because they want to make sure that they're there. They feel very special that day. Somebody's coming in just to meet with them. They're going to get to talk to just them. And like you said, it's mentoring is friendship. They become a friend to this person. They can share, you know, some of their problems with them, but they can also share their successes. So they're going to be there that day no matter what. They want to make sure that they're there and they get to experience it.
You see these children they just brighten up when the mentors walk in. They're, you know, and they're given hugs and they're, you know, just really enjoying the extra attention that they're getting. And, you know, that's really why we stress that it's all about presence and all about showing up. And we also say we're not there to be the parents. We're not there to be their you know, educator necessarily in terms of you know, making sure that their grades absolutely improve. We're making sure that we're not their counselor, you know, and we're not their babysitters. And so you know, we kind of stress that with the children, and we encourage the mentors to set those appropriate boundaries from the very beginning. And when you do that and go in right away and say, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, I'm here for you, I'm here to be your friend, I'm here to walk shoulder to shoulder with you, to answer your questions if you have any, and to just give you some guidance as you mature.
Right, which is perfect.
Yeah.
I know that basically is the gist of the mentoring program, and we're just thrilled to have For One Child in our school system, and we're really hoping that people are listening and will contact you all and get more information. But along with that, in the Annapolis area, you all also do community things. You've reached out to the community. Tell us about a few of those things that you're doing.
Well, like I said, we've been involved in primarily the Clay Street community for 10 years, although we have certainly ventured out into Annapolis Gardens and to Robinwood and some of the other communities. Once a month, on every first Sunday of the month at the Stanton Community Center, we host a family meal. And then that's where people from the community are coming, and they're helping to cook and serve, and we share a meal together. That's every first Sunday of the month, and we'll see anywhere from 30 to 80 people there on a given first Sunday. We're also doing what we call freedom gardens in the communities, where some of the folks are going and planting sustainable vegetable gardens in the communities. We're also partnered with Annapolis Greenscape, and we're doing plantings. And these are opportunities for the mentors and the mentees to come and be together outside of the school, and to actually have the mentor and mentee begin doing some service in the community. So we're hoping that we're just going to continue to create pathways for people to easily move into to be able to do things like that.
And one thing I just wanted to add is that even though we have the 1-year commitment, our real hope is that the mentor stays with that child from 2nd grade, if that's where they met, all the way through high school. My mentee will ask me, so you're going to help me with homework when I'm a senior? And I'm like, yes, we're going to do that. We're going to hang out.
Right.
And so we hope that, you help them grow up and stay and help them learn to serve the community and grow into mature adults.
Yeah.
And I think that's all of our goals. I love the idea of when you're doing the meal, the community meal, it's different than some of the things where people come in and cook a meal and just serve it.
Yeah.
This isn't that.
No.
This is involving, this is you're side by side with community members.
Yeah.
They're cooking with you.
Yes.
In the gardens, they're gardening with you.
Yes.
You're there together.
Yes.
And that's a whole different atmosphere than if I'm serving you or if we're doing this together.
That's right.
And I think that's what really makes this so much more powerful for the community, and certainly seeing some of the results that we're seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very concerned and intentional about how we're investing our lives in the lives of others, and that we do this together. And kind of the little saying that we have for that community meal is bringing unity to the community. And so it's not about us serving them, it's all of us serving together. We're about empowerment, not enablement, giving people a sense of purpose, looking at what people's gifts and their assets are, and not going into the community and saying, what's the problem and how can I fix it? But how can we do this together based on what you have, what your skills and what your passions are.
And I think we all know that if people are part of the solution, then they're going to buy into it more, it's going to be more successful. And I really hope that we have people out there today that are listening to this program and that want to become involved, want to become a mentor. We need more and more. We thank you so much for what you're doing in the Annapolis area, and we hope that it's really going to spread, because For One Child is just wonderful, and we have lots of children that we could help with.
Yes, we do.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's our pleasure.
And thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Today I come to you with exciting news about school meals. School meals offer students a healthy school breakfast and lunch. Every day, students are offered unlimited choices of fresh fruits and vegetables. Students are encouraged to select up to 2 cups of fresh produce each day at lunch from our unique salad bars. You may also monitor your child's school meals online at MyPayments Plus. This is a convenient tool we offer to all parents to make managing your school meal accounts a simple process. To learn more about MyPayments Plus, simply visit www.mypaymentsplus.com or call 877-237-0946. Each year, families have the ability to apply for free or reduced price meals. The application to apply is online. Parents, you may log on to applyformeals.aacps.org. The process is fast, easy, convenient, and it's accessible from any computer. Remember, if you received meal benefits last year, you must complete a new application each school year. Thank you for this opportunity to provide you this valuable information pertaining to school meals. School meals fuel your child's brain and body for academic excellence. If you have any questions regarding the healthy school meals offered, please contact me at 410-222-5900.
Hi, I'm Jeannie Porter. Anne Arundel County Public Schools Department of Transportation is raising the level of awareness for the safety of your children as we transport them to and from school. When a school bus stops to load students, as a driver, this is what you will see. At 150 feet, the bus will activate hazard lights. At 100 feet, the bus driver will activate the amber lights. They will start slowing down. At 10 feet before the bus stops, they will turn on the red bus lights. Their stop sign will come out, and students will begin to load. Once all students are on board safely, the bus driver will turn off red lights and move forward. At this time, it is safe for the motorist to resume movement.